show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nikes and Kais. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot.
Today, from Empower Field, at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence under pressure, and they got to him again. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, VJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. Caught off guard when it showed up.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
They'll start on the ground with Madmans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Lawrence will throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action with Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. We're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Hill on the return. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Touchdown, Broncos! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And the Broncos once again going for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing. Out of bounds.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Rolling to his right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clayton down to the 41. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 41, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. And
I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. A lot of people talk about how difficult it is to play in the high air here in Denver, but one group of folks who most definitely don't mind that, kickers, and that one, CD, a career long.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon, because they envy guys like Matt Prater, Brandon McManus, who spend their careers here. They get to spend a bulk of their time kicking at altitude, and they absolutely love it. So when you get a chance to visit and do it yourself, you feel great about that opportunity.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2 yards, good enough for a first. They go to Elliott again. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he's brought down in. Inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Elliott. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and goal. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right. At the 3.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after it. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Now it's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of...
Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this returnable for Hill. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Again, Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Lawrence's throw there complete to Myers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Clayton. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Andrews. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos,
sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, enter party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child.